Okay.
All right. Hello, and this is Sounds of a Dolphin. If you're wondering why you're seeing Elden Ring, well, actually, this is just a podcast, and that's what you figured out what it was. With me is my co-host, Game Trooper.
One, I'm Game Dripper 1138, and welcome to the Sounds of a Dolphin.
Yeah, Sounds of a Dolphin.
And this is our podcast where we're going to be talking about some of our future projects and, of course, the latest in gaming and movie and TV show news
Yep.
that we've heard through the grapevine and read in any articles that we may have found.
Let's see here. So, in order to keep the background let's see how many seconds it has been. All right, there we go. Yeah, complete and utter silence, except for my computer. It is going crazy. I don't think it's ever recorded and played a game till now. So, this is interesting. Um,
Hey.
so currently, I have started a Patreon for these said animations.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys are interested, want to go check it out, it's Lonely Dolphin. It'll be in the description below, but it's Lonely Dolphin slash or Lonely Dolphin Studios, I think, slash Patreon. But it'll be in
Yeah.
the description below if you guys want to go check that out. Um, so uh, the first few animations, one of them I already got the name for. So far it's King of the Universe. That I think that's what I want to call it. That's the name of it. That's the first script that I started uploading to Patreon. I've got episode one, part two. I need to finish part three. That's we're gonna introduce a new character in there. I got my character Sedolis, which is he's actually the dad of our main character who won't come in till later. So it doesn't start off with a main character,
And pretty much we're getting an origin story going back to the main character's father.
pretty much. Um, that's what I got so far. Uh, and then we'll get to meet uh, the new character. His name is going to be Sir Macloyd, and there will be more information about him uh, later on as the series goes on. Yeah.
Do you care to tell a little bit more about the uh, series that you have in mind? Like, you know, what's this primarily about?
It's primarily about a young boy who's born into this world with tremendous amounts of power. Like they don't know where it came from. He's just born with tremendous amounts of power. Dies at the young age of 5.
Hmm.
I know this is spoilers, so
You don't
but
have to go
this
into much detail, but just,
yeah. But anyway, he is it's story of him becoming ultimately becoming the king of the universe. Uh, of course, he starts out as a prince, and that's I think that's where season one is going to end, is after he becomes Prince.
Mhm.
Um, I've been thinking about kind of doing Sir MacLeod's backstory in between the time of after Yahiko becomes Prince, and that's his name. His name's gonna be Yahiko. Um, I understand that a lot of people may recognize that name from anime. Uh, Quite a few anime characters have that, so I understand that and I realize that. Um, and you can might can make some comparisons to other things, and I understand that these comparisons are quite close, but I want to give credit to those where they kind of helped in the making of these characters.
Give
Um,
credit where credit is due.
yeah, give credit where credit is due. I like to thank Dragon Ball Z and Doctor Who for the design of Yahiko. Actually, the design of Sidolis, because it's based loosely. They got a binary cardiovascular system. If I can speak the word cardiovascular system, and basically meaning they got two hearts. Uh, they can regenerate. Blah 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 blah. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll know. If you're not, don't worry about it. If you don't care, just don't dig into it. But and also if you, but the, people go like, what about the Dragon Ball Z? They get stronger after every time they recover from a fight. They are able to recover quite fast. Uh, this species that's based loosely off those two species can quickly heal their wounds and get stronger as like they become more resistant to what killed them or what did that much damage for them to regenerate like that to begin with. Say if their arm got cut off, if their arm goes to get cut off again, their skin's just a little bit harder and it won't cut through as easily. Uh, kind of that matter of speaking. Uh, you take that, and on top of that, you throw Archangel power, which is what he's going to have. And not to mention his growth after that. And I'm not going to get too much into that because that's later on. That's way on down the road. That is where your character's going to start coming in at that point, I think.
Oh, you talking about the
Zoguro,
yeah, the my villain character.
the villain character, Yahiko's big nemesis, the biggest fight. Oh, oh boy. I can see it in my head. Okay, I want you to imagine this. I want you just to sit there and imagine this. Imagine every time Yahiko punches Zoguro, a universe is created, and then right directly after the fact, Zoguro punches Yahiko, and that entire universe gets destroyed again. And this happens over and over and over and over, ending in the result of dimensional destruction.
Which I'll probably get a little bit more into my character in the future. I'm not going to right now because it's still a work in progress.
I was hoping for a better reaction from that.
What? I'm sorry. I mean, I got nothing else to say about that.
I'm just asking you to imagine that. Do you think that would be?
I did imagine it. I did.
Do you think it'd be cool?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Because you talk about like Zogro's stupidly strong too.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I guess I'll go into a little bit of detail about Zogro. Zogro is an interdimensional demon. He claims he's one of the nine dimensional dragons, which created different dimensions, which have their own universes. The purpose of that is for them to pretty much cultivate and harvest souls, because that's what they feed upon, and which is pretty much how Zogro looks at the universes that's under his domain as crops. And so he
That
eventually does meet Yahiko on his planet because Zogro is an interdimensional demon. He can travel to any dimension, to any universe as he pleases. And he has done so. He considers himself to not be evil, but he's yet not so good.
okay, so kind of like a middle ground character. It could
And
care less either way it
like
goes.
yeah, like one of my projects is to give Zogro his own series where you'll see that some of the places he goes to, he does change some things because he can see into the future and he can see the outcome of it. If the outcome looks like it's going to be a total loss of future souls to cultivate, then he will go there himself to change it to where it would be better and there would be more souls. But
Okay,
then there are other times he'll go somewhere just to have his own little bit of fun, which could end up into a whole universe being just completely wiped out.
would you
But it's
say?
not any of the universes that's under his domain, though.
Yeah. Um. So at this point in time, when he meets Yaiko, what is the reason why he comes to Earth? Why did he come to that dimension particularly, specifically?
Reason why, there are a few reasons. One, to see if you can find some form of entertainment for him and his minions that follow him. Number two, he's working on his own experiment that he is looking for the right soul to be bonded with one of the shadows that follows him. The shadows being darkness and, of course, shadow. Number three, he's pretty much looking for a way to pretty much get the woman that he loves pregnant because he can't do it in his dimension, and so far the other universes he's gone to have not been successful. So he wants to have an heir for just in case the time ever comes that he actually dies.
Well, I guess you could say he found that entertainment. He found the very person that doesn't like the way he views everything. And it just delves into mindness from there. We're not going to get too deep into details. Um, Now there is another Sir McLeod is the character that's going to be coming up, and his whole purpose is to be a strategist and a. Well, I don't want to give too much information, but let's just say he's a smart cookie. Uh, he probably can out strategize just about anybody, I think, and the I think he's my favorite one so far. I've put a lot of thought into him. He can hack into people's like subcortexes and make them think they're seeing shit and fuck with your head. This kind of shit that makes you go, "Am I tripping right now?" Because you won't know what's real and what's fake if he
Hmm.
gets a hold of you in the right way. I mean, his if he can when he physically touches something, he gathers every information about that person.
So he has to go and touch him in the right way.
Don't stop right there. Stop right there. I mean, he has to
you,
physically
you set me up for it.
he has to. I know a lot of people's gonna be like, that's not what I meant at all. That is not what I meant at all. What I meant is he can say he can grab you by the face, and once he does that, or shake your hand or something like that, something just minuscule. He has every information he needs to know about you. Just
You there?
yeah, I'm
Okay, you just went quiet for a second. I didn't know if you like cut out or what.
I lost train of thought. I think.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Um, he uh he's got magical stones in his body, which gives him elemental powers.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
I guess.
What? What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I can't help it. I got a bad case of the giggles. Ugh.
What did I say this time?
Magical stones.
Really? Really? Really?
Hey, leave me alone. I got a mind of a 15-year-old. I'm mentally immature.
Obviously.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I am. I
I don't
truly
think you're
am.
sorry. I don't
I
think
am
you're sorry
sorry.
at all.
I am sorry.
I don't think you're sorry at
I
all.
am sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm truly very 100% authentically sorry. But please continue. He's got these stones that's somewhere in his body.
Infused in his body that allows him to control different elements: earth,
Mm-hmm.
fire, water, wind, I suppose. With
Yeah.
one extra one that he swallowed to give him the ability to turn his body into acid whenever he wishes. The only thing that could, if he doesn't want you to touch him, you won't be able to touch him, and it will hurt you if you try to physically attack him. Ooh, uh, because it'll splatter. It's like sulfuric acid or something like super, super corrosive.
Acid eats away at things. Well, not everything. Depends on what kind of acid, I guess.
Um,
It, yeah, oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, I don't think I had anything to say.
No, I was gonna ask you if you got anything else you wanted to add.
um, Just that Sir Macklin does not act like a complete genius. He acts
Okay.
like the complete opposite you would think he would act.
Okay, so he is a genius, but just to meet him in person, he don't seem like he's that much of a genius.
Nope.
Okay.
And it's all just a ploy,
So he's one of those that plays stupid.
pretty much. And it
Okay.
works.
Yeah. People don't know you that well, and you just play stupid. They'll never know.
What?
Actually, intelligibly smart.
Well, that way people won't know if he's like super smart or super stupid.
Yeah. And just say that is so stupidly smart.
uh, yeah, I mean, he's also he's like Zogro a lot in a ways of he's neither good nor evil. Matter of fact, he doesn't see good or evil. One of his most like one of the things he hates most about this world is the rich 1%, or a dictator, or anybody that's just awful people who just wants to control other people, because he's the kind of person that he believes in free will. He's super heavy about free will.
Okay. All right. So he believes people should have their freedoms.
Yes. Although he doesn't like humans. I
Hmm.
say all that, he does not like humans.
Hmm. 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 Uh,
For various reasons.
yes.
Because humans are terrible, terrible people. I should know I am human.
But,
You okay?
oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And it's interesting. It's what you got going on for your project. It's very, it's very interesting. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Um, Later on, not right now, but later on, we're going to do a script reading.
Yes. We'll probably do a script reading for the next episode.
Um, so
So I guess it's my turn to talk about my project then.
yes,
Okay, well,
let's talk about your projects.
uh, okay, so uh, I am trying to work on a animation project myself. What got me interested in this was I have always had a love for theater. Uh, when I was in seventh grade, I auditioned for main roles in this Christmas play that had like different stories that was going on. And after that day, I loved it. Actually, no. What really got me interested is when I was in the talent show and I did stand up comedy. That's what really got me hooked into it, and I loved it. And even when I went and did that play in my seventh grade year, I loved it. And then from then on until I graduated from high school, I was in plays, except for my sophomore year. Sophomore year, I wasn't in plays, but I made up for it my junior and senior years.
I
Anyways, I
remember,
loved it.
I remember that play, that one that Was it like during Christmas?
Yeah, yeah. There was one that was during Christmas. We uh, wasn't the best play in school I've ever been in because there wasn't really like performing acting. It was more vocal acting. It's just we were all like dressed in clothes that was back in that decade. We pretty much did a speaking roles of "It's a Wonderful Life," which I had a few small roles, but I made them stand out.
Well, that's what it takes, I guess, is to make yourself stand out.
I mean, it's kind of easy to stand out when you go and talk like Carly from the Three Stooges.
I don't think I was at that one.
Oh, oh, then I have no idea which one you're talking about then, because that's
Uh,
the only Christmas play I can remember.
I've been to one of your plays. It's been a long time though. That was a long time ago.
Mm,
Uh,
but
go ahead and continue.
mhm, mhm. So, anyways, after that, I did go out to California to try to go to college out there. I auditioned to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy, or AMDA for short. First time I didn't get accepted. They said that my memorization of my lines was good, but I just wasn't getting the character. So before that, I auditioned for acting classes. And this is towards the end of my junior year of high school, which I got accepted. So my entire senior year, I went and done my acting classes. And then that summer, I went back out to California, auditioned for that college, and they called me back and told me that I got accepted. But I didn't get to go because I could not afford the out of state tuition, which at that time it was $24,000.
Goodness,
Yeah. Don't even get me started on how much it would have cost me just to even get a parking pass.
goodness.
But yeah, so that kind of discouraged me a little bit, but I still, it's still something I would love to do, whether it's performing or even just voice acting. I still would love to do it.
So you're
It's-
if someone gave you 26,000 or just the right amount of money, you would go do that academy thing in a heartbeat.
I'd have to go back and audition.
No, yeah, but you get it.
I have to,
You go back.
but
You
if I, yeah,
audition.
yeah, go back and I'd audition and I get accepted again, and someone just, was like, hey, I believe that you can do this, so I'm going to help you get through this college. And it was legit, and it wasn't some kind of scam or anything. I probably would, yes.
Then they come back to you, and they're your agent for your rest of your life.
If that's the way it works, I don't think it actually works that way. But but it would be great if it did, because I know a lot of people say that acting is not what it's cut out to be, and I know a lot of people probably think I would want to do it for the fame. I don't. Even with my YouTube channel, I don't do it for the fame. I do it because it's something I love. Uh, when I do my YouTube videos, I get to be not only myself, but a different version of myself. And that's what I love about doing my videos on YouTube. I love doing these videos for people to watch. And I keep an eye on my comments to see, when people leave comments. And I give them a like and the heart. And if I can comment back to it, I'll comment back to it. I know I'm getting way off topic here. I'll get right back to it in a bit. Just uh, when I recorded my first video for Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, and to this day, I don't know if it still is. It's probably just going up just barely a little bit. But to this day, that video is still getting views. And I've had two people comment if I could go back and translate everything I say in Espanol.
Well, I mean,
That is a 2 hour long video, and believe me, if I had the time and the software, which I mean, I got a better computer, so I could get the software. I just don't have the time. But if I had the time, I would go back and translate that video, not only just that one, maybe even some more of my videos to where I can reach a much wider, broad band of an audience.
Right.
But unfortunately, I just don't have the time. And again, it's time because my Espanol is very, very bad. I don't know a whole lot of Spanish.
I don't either. Don't worry about that. I would like to delve into other languages other than just English.
Hmm.
I guess I'd like to, learn some Japanese. Uh,
Well, the languages I would like to learn would be Spanish, Cherokee. Yeah, I'd probably like to learn how to Japanese as well.
uh, German. German would be a fun one to learn. I would like to scream at somebody in German.
That's the only reason why you would want to learn German is just so when you talk, you're just screaming at people. You could you could be in the best mood ever and talk in German and you just scream at people and people just look at you like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you? Why are you so angry?" But,
Oh shit.
anyways, um, so back on the whole topic, what really got me into wanting to write a script was, you know, I could write the script, it'd be my own story. I just needed some advice from someone who would know. Of course, I like to watch anime, and so some of the anime I watch, I'll sit and I'll watch through the credits at the end. I'll look at who wrote some of the scripts. Well, this was back in 2019. I was watching this one anime and it said the script was written by Eric Vale. And I was going to his expo and who was going to be there but Eric Vale himself. Not only just Eric Vale, LaShawn Schimmel and Christopher Sabat. Which I didn't really get to talk to Christopher Sabat as I did with Eric Vale and Sean Schimmel. But I got to meet all three of them at the expo. Awesome guys. Oh, it's holy crap! I just can't express how awesome it was just to get to talk to them and get to see them. It's so cool. Get to meet the guy that did the voice of Goku, and of course Vegeta, Piccolo, all the voices that Christopher Sabat does in Dragon Ball itself, and Eric Vale who does the voice of Future Trunks, and just so many other characters. It was so awesome. When I got to really have a chance to talk to Eric Vale, which was the second day of the expo. The first day I didn't get there early as I wanted because my boss at my old job wanted me to stay at work for a few hours. If things were not picking up and it was slow, then I could go, which that's what happened. Things were slow. Nobody was coming in. So after 4 hours, I just clocked out and left. And got there late because I had the VIP pass. I could get in 30 minutes. Well, next day, I get to go in 30 minutes early, go straight to Eric Bell, and got to talk with him for a little bit. And I asked him, if he had any kind of advice that he could give me on script writing. And I will tell you exactly what he said, word per word. He asked me, "Have you ever read a book?" Of course, I said, "Yeah." And then he tells me about a book written by the scriptwriter to Alien, Dan O'Bannon. It's a whole guide about what Dan O'Bannon and his methods of writing script. I found that book, I bought it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. I haven't finished it all the way through yet. In fact, I'm gonna have to start it over because I dropped it and I haven't picked it up for a while.
You,
And I'm just gonna have to go back and reread just to get a refresher.
well, do you think I could borrow this book and maybe get some pointers from on how to write a script? Because I'm still new at this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, I would like to learn more information.
Yeah, no problem.
And this is for all the Patreon. If you again, if you want to learn more about this, two scripts are on my Patreon page, and later on this episode, maybe probably next week or in part two, we'll do some script reading, and part two will be uploaded to this the Discord. So this is just a teaser. Yeah, this is all a lie. But anyway, uh,
Yeah, after that, that's what really got everything just kick started. And so now, finally, I can get to where I'm going to talk about my project. I haven't come up with a name for it. That's still in the works, but pretty much this animation idea I have is pretty much fantasy based. It's not an isekai. It's just straight, pure up fantasy base.
uh,
And it follows a group of adventurers who never met each other ever in their lives up until this day, and each of them have their own merits. You know, we got the main character, Aaron Welker, and then oh crap, I forgot his name. The mage, I can't remember because that's like the first person he meets is the mage.
oh crap! I remember thinking about this. I think Jamie gave him a name, but I can't remember what he gave him.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I have to ask him. I have to
He
redo my.
probably he probably won't remember
He
either.
probably won't either. If we have to change his name, then we'll change his name as long as it's okayed by me. We'll have to change his name to something else if Jamie cannot remember. But anyways, there's a mage. There is a mage. In fact, there's more than one mage. Of course, it's a fantasy world. And then we meet an elf who used to be part of a league of assassins. His
oh,
name is Shell.
I just remembered of an episode idea that I had today. It has something to do with another character that's going to come later on. Uh, Unless you want to talk about that character, but I'm going to let you finish with what you're going to do, and I'll tell you after you get finished.
Alright. And, and then we meet the next character who's pretty much going to have all the muscle and it's just ridiculously strong. Part of a rich family, not very bright. And, and this character, if I could, I would love to voice him because it would just be so awesome. And his name is God. I want to say John Cena, but no. And his
so
name is John Cena. No. uh, his name is Arnold Artiles. And pretty much with his name, the way I came up with Artiles is it's pretty much artillery, but I changed it up a little bit to where it's Artiles.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Which the rest of you guys, you keep calling him Arnold Achilles. His name is not Achilles. It's Artiles.
I
Okay, I know it's been a while since we've talked about that, but I still remember.
okay, Artiles.
Mm-hmm. It's not Achilles, it's Artiles. But anyways, yes, if I could, I would love to do his voice.
I mean,
Hmm?
what? Say that again. It cut out on you when you tried to do that.
Oh, really? Wow. Of course it's going to cut out when I actually do a voice. Dreams of Kings telling you a fight.
The only understandable part of that was a fight.
Oh my god. Are you? Onward! The machine of war!
There you go. That one came through.
Oh, of course, of course. It's favorite freaking line. Of course, that one's gonna come through.
Onward on the
The
machine of
machine of
war.
war.
And he's just on top of a tiny horse that's just trying to carry his entire weight.
More like on the back of a wagon with everyone sitting at the front trying to keep all the weight from going back. He's not fat, he's just all muscle.
He's just a lot of
Because his
muscle.
family, except for the youngest, his family are all built. They're all built. Well, the father is fat because he got lazy and all that money. Why should he go out and do anything? He just sits at his estate and eats and gets fat. But yeah, it's pretty much what I have in mind. First season, 12 episodes. First season is just going to take place in this village. Uh, I decided to call the village Sun.
Okay.
And pretty much in the village, they're going to join a guild. They start off on the lowest rank. And since they're on the lowest rank, they don't get many good jobs. And of course, as I've talked to you about, the jobs that they can do are pretty much just small stuff, take care of any kind of little disputes, help find missing pets, help,
Yeah.
provide, help chop wood for the long winter that's coming. That one, I have made that one is going to be my favorite because that is where Artiles just goes and messes everything up for the entire group. And that's when you learn how much money he was carrying in his pouch that he considers to be just a little bit of spending money.
Pocket money.
Yeah, pocket money, pocket change. But doing that, and also there'd be one where they take on a job for I guess you could say it's the military had to go and do a recon through the woods to help scout out where this massive group of bandits might be. The military has no time to deal with it because apparently there's another threat that's going on that's taking them like from actually protecting the village, which is pretty much a nerve center of all trade that goes on this continent.
Hmm.
But I've pretty much have got this first season thought out pretty good. And bringing it back to Zogro, Zogro will be making an appearance in this series.
Because he can travel through multiple dimensions.
Mm-hmm. And plus, like I said, he'll go to places and stay and live there for a time because he wants it to thrive. So he can harvest more souls from it.
Uh,
So he will literally go there and make himself look weak and act like he's a part of something. But in truth, he can wipe out the whole entire place with just a sigh if he wanted to. But that is what I have in mind for the first season of that animation. Like I said, I haven't come up with a name yet. It's still in the works. I'm still thinking on it.
mm, yeah. Yeah. If you
But
want to learn, if you want to learn more about that, once Game Trooper gets around to making a script, it will be posted on the Patreon.
yeah,
Probably
I'll
Dolphin
be
Studios.
yeah. Which not only will I'll let you post it on your Patreon, but I'll also post it on mine. What another one that's going to be posted on mine and only on mine is my lore for my VTuber model,
Yeah.
which I'll be writing a script out for that. But that is one of the projects I've got in mind of doing. I have many more that is just still up here, just If I don't write it out, it just sits there and it keeps cooking. That's all it does. It just sits there and keeps cooking. I think about it, ponder on it, either change something to improve it or don't do anything to it at all. It just stays there and just keeps playing in my head on repeat over and over and over and over and over again.
I do that shit a lot when I'm listening to music. I like to play out fights and see how they go inside my head. Uh, Back to the King of the Universe. Uh, so we know that Sir Michael is. Well, I haven't established that he is a Neo Angel,
Mm-hmm.
part of a group of Neo Angels. Uh, you have personally come up with a Neo Angel of your own,
Oh yes, Prometheus.
Prometheus. Uh, I would like to know more about him, particularly because I just trying to play out how their confrontation's going to go.
Between Prometheus and Sir McAloy.
Yes.
Well, with Prometheus, like Sir McAloy, he was one of the Neo Angels that was created back long ago. And because of Sir McAloyd's actions and their disagreement, Prometheus, Sir McAloy, at that point became enemies and no longer friends. And so Prometheus wants to take revenge on Sir McAloy because Sir McAloy, I believe you said Sir McAloy had to kill the person that created them. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, he kills them at some point or another.
Okay.
Because I mean, he's just releasing his friends from the tyranny that is the man who created them.
Mhm.
Because this dude's an
Yeah.
asshole. Like
Yeah.
he's an asshole.
And Prometheus never saw it that way.
No.
And so ever since then, Prometheus has just been planning his revenge on Sir McAloy. And so as years go by and the advancement in technology happens, Prometheus takes advantage of the advancement in technology. And since his name is Prometheus, pretty much from Greek mythology, he does wield a lot of firepower. But is it enough to stop Sir McAloy? Maybe. We don't know, because we're not going to go into that detail.
No.
Just know that that fight between Prometheus and Sir McAloy will be one of the epic fights that Sir McAloy will get into.
Oh yeah.
One of them.
I've been thinking so much about okay, about how I want this to be animated. Like I want this shit. I want you to sit down and do me a favor and just sit down and watch Naruto Shippuden. I
Okay, so
want
that's
that.
my.
I
So
want
that's.
that kind of
Go ahead.
animation. I want that kind of animation. Uh,
Mm.
if I mean, it's a good watch. I highly recommend Naruto Shippuden. Uh, to
So that's
anybody,
my homework for next week's podcast.
maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah, because we could talk about fucking Naruto and fucking anime shit. Uh, because there's so much anime that I would love to suggest to you that I would love to sit and talk about with you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So do you want me to just start on Naruto Shippuden or should I start on Naruto from the very beginning?
from the very beginning.
Okay.
You can watch it on Funimation. You can watch the first. You can watch Naruto on Funimation, and I'm sure you won't care to watch it subtitled, so you can watch it on Crunchyroll. Shippuden, all of it on Crunchyroll, uh, subbed. Some of it on Hulu. They got some of it on Hulu dubbed, but that's just your preference, I guess. If you want to watch it subbed or dubbed. Uh, I
All right.
if I'm going to
And
take a wild guess here, a wild guess, just taking a wild guess based on your personality. Well, I don't know much about your favorite characters from animes.
now you're just being modest.
No,
Hello?
seriously. No, seriously. I know your favorite character from Heaven's Lost Property is Icarus.
Yes.
I know. Who's your favorite character from Dragon Ball Z?
Well, that should be an easy one for you.
Goku?
Yes. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that, you like Goku? Hell yeah, I like Goku. Okay?
Yeah,
He's
there's
goofy. He's funny.
there's some people that be like, no, he's a shit father. He's a shit tier father.
Now, I would not lie.
You have
Yes,
no
he is.
idea. You have no idea.
He,
Goku's actually a good father compared to some people out there.
uh, well, yeah, compared to some people, yeah. But all in all, like, he was never there for Gohan. And he's
Cause he
pretty
was
much doing the same thing with
dead.
Goten.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like as soon as Gohan gets his first kid, it's like Goku's just like all grandpa now, and it's just he's there for Pan, but it's like, why weren't you there for Gohan? And why weren't you there for Goten either?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Like even when Gohan was just a baby, he didn't really care much about even naming him. He just
But
wanted to train.
Goku's just such no offense to you, Goku's just a basic bitch. Like, okay, I like that guy. Main character, basic bitch, kind of like. No offense, but I mean,
None taken. No, no, no. None taken. None taken. I don't
but
get
Goku.
offended
I
by
mean,
that.
I do like Goku for the fact that he's a good fighter, and I like his Ultra Instinct form. But I wouldn't
Mhm.
say he's my favorite. Uh, my favorite is Frieza, and I mean, people's gonna be like, "Why do you like Frieza?" One main reason: at one time he was the ruler of the universe. Also, this guy, he took an hour worth of ass whooping from Broly. Goku and Vegeta couldn't last 30 minutes against this guy. Frieza's lasted an hour.
Best hour ever. Me, if I had to say who was my favorite villain from Dragon Ball, it would be Cell.
So I
Yes.
I don't care for Cell just because of how much he talked about how perfect he was. It was like every episode is it's him reminding us that he's perfect. Like, I'm so perfect. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Nobody's perfect.
I don't know why. I just like Cell, and I am
Cell's a
really
very
happy. I
intelligent person. He's also got all of people's cells in his body.
Mhm.
Uh, his perfect form is a pretty decent little design. Um,
Plus, think about it if he could actually learn the same abilities as Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta.
yeah, he could go golden or learn Ultra Instinct and or even learn how to get that new Pride form or whatever that Vegeta has.
Mm.
I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
It's like a
But
new
I
form.
mhm. But I got to meet the guy who did the voice of Cell, and I got to get my picture taken with him, and I got an autograph.
Yeah, that's pretty cool
Yeah.
when you get to
Oh
meet
yeah,
your
it's so
favorite
cool.
characters.
It is so cool, and I am looking forward to going to the expo again this month.
But I there's actually two animes that I would like to see you watch and get your opinion about. Bleach. I'm going to warn you that Bleach. It's a good anime. It's a good anime. Good story.
Okay.
Awesome character designs.
Okay. But
But it's an asshole. And I'm not going to tell you why unless you start watching it and you get to this certain point and you're like, oh, cool, I get to see this now. Nope.
let me
Fucking
guess, a bunch
filler.
of fillers.
Yes.
Ah, yes. Episodes are nothing but fillers or a whole bunch of recap.
It's not really. Well, there is some recap episodes, but it's mostly filler.
Let's say
Naruto
those.
is so bad about fucking filler too.
Uh, why do you have to recommend me anime that has a bunch of fillers?
Because
I
it's the
can
good
be okay
anime.
with it. I'd be okay if
I
it's
tell
just
you
a
what,
little bit of fillers.
you can
But
skip.
if it's nothing but a bunch of fillers and
I tell you
has
what. I tell you
nothing
what.
to do with
Listen,
the
listen,
toy,
listen,
the
listen.
toy story.
Toy Story. Listen. If you just ask me, hey, is how much fillers left? I'll be like, I can tell you. Like, I'll tell you. Watch Naruto up until the point you see, I think Sasuke leave the village. Uh,
Okay.
Once you see Sasuke leave the village and they try to go get him back and they fail, I think that's the last time you might see Sasuke. And I think that's the last time they have any kind of episodes to deal with the show from there. Actually, no, you gotta get to the 3 year training time. Let's see. Yeah. When Naruto goes to his 3 year training, I think. I'll tell you when you can skip the filler.
I'll just watch it. Okay, I can deal with it. I'll just suck it up and then spit it out.
Jamie liked the filler. I mean, he liked the filler. Uh, but I mean, once you get into it, it gets good. I
Maybe I'll get into it because I'll go ahead and tell you I tried to watch Naruto when it first came out and I just could not get into it. I just couldn't.
mm,
But maybe I can get into it this time.
if you can't, don't worry about it. I try Bleach.
Dude, do you know what anime I would love to watch from beginning to end? Because I can barely remember it.
Mm,
The
what?
Big O.
The Big O?
The Big O.
Is that an anime?
It is an anime. Pretty much, think of it this way. Think of it as Bruce Wayne, instead of putting on a Batman suit, he gets inside a giant mech.
Oh, isn't that? Oh no, that's Big Hero 6. Big O.
It's Big O.
Big O. Big O
Yes,
dick.
really, really.
Oh,
You had to go there.
I did have to go there. I
Why?
absolutely had to go there
Why?
because I can.
Why?
My podcast, my rule.
Why? Why, Gary? Why? Anyway, that is one anime I would love to see again because it was so cool and I remember watching it on Toonami. Did you know Toonami turned 25 years old? Hello? Are you there? Gary. Gary. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Ba 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 bo. Ba ba bo. Gary.
Hello? There we go. I
There
was
you are.
unplugged. I will have to cut some of I don't know. Anyways, how long have we been talking on this thing?
I have no idea.
For
But
almost two
you
hours.
wanna but speaking of time, how about we talk a little bit about some gaming news?
Gaming news.
Yes.
Well, I have been playing Elden Ring, which I'm sure if you are watching this podcast, you're seeing it in the background. I did a little fighting earlier, but I kind of just sat here at the rest. So I guess it's kind of like rest here for a little bit. Listen to this podcast.
Well, I've recently been live streaming uh, Ghostwire Tokyo on my channel, Game Trooper 1138.
And
It's been it's been pretty fun. I like it. I like the whole different type of Japanese, you know, culture, paranormal stuff. I like that.
is it a very difficult game?
No, no, I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's relatively easy.
What do you do in this game?
Well, your main objective is to not only save Tokyo, but you got to save your sister. You play as this guy whose sister is in a hospital, and apparently you're some sort of vessel because you get possessed by a ghost of a guy who fights these spirits, demons, and whatnot. And apparently there's like this cult that's doing this whole thing. Or I call them a cult. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't got that far. But you get these abilities where you use different type of elemental powers. You got wind, water, fire. All we need now is earth, and we're pretty much Avatar.
uh,
But so far, Ghostwire Tokyo has been really good.
you got any new games other than or other games coming to your YouTube channel?
Well, currently on my YouTube channel, I've been uploading videos of Dragon Age Origins and Dark Deception. First time playing Dark Deception. I'm liking it.
What's Dark Deception about?
Dark Deception is a horror game where you have to run through a maze collecting shards of souls while being chased by monsters.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'm
that's
about to. It's like I said. This is my first time playing it. I've not watched any videos on it at all.
yeah. Jamie showed me a little bit of that one. I think he wanted you to try it out. So
Yes, he did.
I don't know if he's watched that video or
She
not.
did. That is pretty fun. Like I said, it's my first time ever playing it. Like I said, I'm doing Dragon Age Origins. I'm doing all the Dragon Age games because there is a fourth one coming. And I want to know everything that happens in Origins, Awakening, and Dragon Age 2. Inquisition, I've played it before. I know what happens in Inquisition. And I can't wait to get to Inquisition because I want to. I know a lot of people aren't going to like it because as far I don't know about Awakening, but from what I'm to understand with Dragon Age 2, you don't get to create your own character. So I'm just wondering, can you change his race? If you can, awesome. If not, at least you can pick out the what class he's gonna be. But Dragon Age Inquisition, I'm going to recreate my character, John Bishop, because I just love that character. Oh my gosh.
I
I
thought you
love
did good.
playing that. I love when I created him, and it was so much fun playing as him because I made him an atheist.
I'm surprised he didn't do a whole John Bishop the first, second, and third run through with these Dragon
the
Age
the
games.
only well the only reason why is because with the first one I couldn't give him his own last name. I can give him his first name, but not a last name. I don't know about Awakening. Dragon Age 2, you already play as a character. Like I said, I don't know if you can change his character's race or not, but I do know you can decide on what class he can be. Just assuming from the trailers I've watched. But with the new Dragon Age game that'll be coming out at some point, I will pick a different race other than human if I don't get to do so in Awakening or 2. I will pick a different race and I will be sure to make this one female. If I don't get that option in any of the others before then.
Female. Uh,
But that's what I've been playing so far. But I want to talk about some of the new upcoming games, such as Evil Dead the game. Gary, have you ever watched any of the Evil Dead movies? I'm talking about the originals,
like
not the remake.
the one with the Ash guy where he's got like the chainsaw hand or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. I've seen like kill counts of them, but I've never seen like the whole movie, so I kind of know the gist of it.
Well, I mean, if you've watched the remake, you kind of already know the gist of it. It's just this goes back to the original Ash Williams that was played by this dude whose name escapes me and I can't remember his name at the moment. But pretty much the game is inspired by all three Evil Dead films and the show Ash vs. Evil Dead. Pretty
Yeah.
much it's a, I believe it is a 4v1 kind of game. It's a PvP. It's a shooter. And
You
you
get to play as Ash.
get to play as Ash and you get to play as all his friends that join him on
Is
his.
it you against the evil dead?
Yes, like you'll be facing like trees that just come to life and all that kind of stuff. I would imagine. I would imagine because that's pretty much what happens in the movies. Is these demons take possession of just about anything really, and use it to try to kill Ash and his friends.
Uh, I guess the 1v4, I guess, would be the person playing as the dead, evil dead thing or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah, that would be playing as the evil.
Uh,
Which this game is, as far as I know, should be set to release May the 13th.
yeah. I'm trying to think of.
Another game that I'm looking forward to is Gotham Knights. Have you ever played any of the Batman Arkham games?
I know, but I think I've seen you play them a couple times.
Yeah, I played them. I played all three. I haven't got to beat Arkham Origins. I have to get that one re-downloaded and play it because that one's the prequel to the Arkham trilogy.
Uh, I've
But
seen
pretty
you.
much with Gotham Knights, I believe it's still going to be the same way as it was with the Batman Arkham games. But with Gotham Knights, pretty much Batman's been killed, and so it's up to Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and the Red Hood to pretty much protect Gotham.
Which
It seems.
all of them would live pretty tragic lives in the comic books,
Mm-hmm.
thanks to the good old frenemy of Batman, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to be driven insane by somebody, I guess it had to be the Joker.
Oh yeah. Okay, and there's a game that's coming out as a sequel called Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. This is the first I've ever heard of it, but it looks like it'd be pretty interesting.
I don't know. Shit, I'm yawning.
Yeah.
I think this will be a good place to stop the
Well,
podcast.
okay, well, if I try to wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, we'll try to wrap
Okay.
this up.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the movies real quick then, because I'm a movie buff. I love movies. But pretty much, they're calling 2022 the year of sequels again,
Huh?
because this year we're going to be getting Knives Out 2. So we're going to see Daniel Craig come back as his
I never seen Knives
Louisiana
Out.
character. You've never seen Knives
I
Out.
haven't seen Knives Out yet.
You need to see Knives Out. It is pretty good. Daniel Craig, the guy that plays as 007, he's in it, and he talks like with a Louisiana accent.
Okay, I haven't seen
And
Knives Out.
and as much as I even hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, they're also coming out with Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh. Well,
Not a fan of Hocus Pocus.
there is a
Never have
few
been.
movies that I want to go see, or will probably get on DVD that's coming out this year. Is the Sonic 2 movie, because the Sonic
Hmm.
1 movie was actually pretty good.
Oh
Um,
yes.
I loved I loved the fact that they got Jim Carrey to play Dr. Eggman.
Oh yeah. Dude, Jim Carrey's going to retire.
Yeah,
You heard that?
I suppose so. He's 60.
Oh yeah, he's talking about retiring. He said he would do one movie. He would do another Ace Ventura movie. It was if it was being directed by a certain guy. I can't remember who it was, but he did say he would do another Ace Ventura movie.
Oh man, I would love another Ace Ventura movie.
Oh yeah, dude. And of course, this month we got Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore that'll be coming out, which should be the third
S-
installment of the
So
prequel
this is
series,
pretty much going back and telling us about Dumbledore.
pretty much.
Uh,
And of course, the upcoming Marvel movie Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I wonder where they're going to go with that.
And from what I've been understanding, it's going to have a lot to involve uh not only stuff from Doctor Strange, but also from WandaVision.
Uh, yeah,
So yeah, the Marvel series that's been coming out on Disney Plus do follow the MCU.
I have watched them. I have watched them. I watched most of them thanks to my crazy Marvel loving brother.
Which Disney Plus puts all the Marvel movies in timeline order, which is absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Um.
Next up, we have Jurassic World Dominion, which is the third and final Jurassic World movie. I say that because just because it's the third and final Jurassic World movie doesn't mean we're not going to get any more to continue this story later on. It'll just, be a whole new different cast. But from what I'm to understand with Jurassic World Dominion, it is going to be epic because we're going to have our characters from Jurassic World and all three characters from the Jurassic Park trilogy.
Really, like the original,
Yeah,
like
Dr. Grant,
Jeff
Dr.
Goldblum.
Sadler, yeah,
I, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and Laura Dern.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And of
Because
course,
a lot of
Pix.
movies nowadays seems to be like going back and getting older actors. Like, hey, let's bring these actors back.
Oh yeah. For a lot of people, it's just a nostalgia trip.
Because I will say, I didn't care for the Netflix Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It almost felt like they kind of ripped off of Halloween, except the fact they killed their survivor girl, where Halloween didn't.
Yet we don't know because there is still one more Halloween movie, which is what I'm going to be talking about next. Is Halloween Ends
Is that when's that supposed to be coming out?
this year, October the 14th.
Oh boy, I gotta go watch that shit.
Oh hell yeah! So Gary, I know how much you love Michael Myers in the Halloween movie.
Yeah,
What are your predictions for how this
God,
Halloween trilogy
oh,
is going to end?
oh my God, I don't know.
Do you think they're actually going to
They,
kill Michael Myers this time?
I don't know. I mean, I thought for sure they was gonna kill him in this one. I thought for sure they should have ended it this one. I honestly thought they ended it with a good thing, but uh, I don't know if he's just gonna like it's gonna end with Michael killing eventually killing the entire town, or if it's gonna end with them finally killing Michael Myers. And if they do kill him, how? Decapitation? Like that's the best way to do it. That's probably the only way you're gonna be able to kill him. Or just throw in fucking Jason in there and fucking let them well at each other. Maybe they'll kill each other. I don't know. Fucking Kenny's like C4. Just put C4 and blow him up. I don't know. Michael Myers is a smart cookie. He may have something mentally fucked up about him, but he's not retarded. No offense. He's not mentally handicapped. Should I say?
Wow.
Should I word it like
Wow.
that?
Wow. Wow. You should have never said it in the first place. Wow.
Oh well.
Wow.
Oh well.
Speaking of wow, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming anime that's been confirmed for 2022 so far. How you like my cutaway?
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of wow.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of wow. So the first episode of season 2 of Rising of the Shield Hero came out.
Uh huh.
It was pretty good. I'm
Uh.
not going to get into detail about it. All I'm going to say is something is happening, and it's not involving what was happening, as far as I can tell, from what was happening in season 1.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about
I
that.
can't wait for Demon Slayer season 2 to come out completely dubbed. Uh.
I think it should be.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I want to watch it at some point or
Because,
another.
I've already went ahead and watched it all sub. Because I couldn't wait for dub. I went ahead and watched it sub. Now,
You know
whenever
what
I
sucks?
want, I'll probably go back and watch it dub at some point.
You know what sucks?
Hmm.
When you watch the Mugen Train movie and you're like, ooh, Red Goku's gonna be my favorite character. I like Red Goku.
Don't say anything because there may be people who have not watched the movie yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like like I said, keep the spoilers down.
in that
Ugh.
case, I think Ren Goku is my favorite character.
Oh yeah.
I like Ren Goku. Um,
We're also we're also getting Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out season 2. I liked it. It was pretty good.
you mean the
You ever
body?
seen?
You mean the body shaming anime.
Hey. You listen here. You listen here. They exist. They exist. Okay? You know what made people quit talking about that anime?
Mm.
Cuties.
Oh, you talk about that new show on Netflix or
It
whatever.
was on Netflix. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore.
Oh, I can't even remember the premises of that episode.
I th- I don't know. I think it was something about little girls being in beauty pageants and they're like twerking or some nasty stuff like that for girls young their age, pretty much subjecting them to pedophiles. It's just no.
That's
Well, but
disgusting.
let's yeah no
Let's not talk
no
about
no
that.
no. It's not. Let's not. Let's get back to talking about anime. Okay, let's get back to talking about the anime that would teach your kids the absolute meaning of what life is going to be like when you grow up, and that is Attack on Titan, the final season. What? It's true. If anything, it'll teach your kids life will chew you up and spit you out. God, I'm so awful. But anyways, the final season, part two, I believe it's done. But the series is not. 2023, Attack on Titan, the final season, part three.
Okay.
So I ask you this: why not go ahead and just call it another season?
I don't
Why?
know. I don't.
It's a
I'm not.
part. We're
I'm
getting a
not.
part
I
three.
don't write the anime. Okay.
I know you don't write the anime. I'm just saying. Why do we have to wait until 2023 to see the conclusion?
Because they're assholes like that.
I wouldn't say they're assholes.
No,
I wouldn't
no.
go
I'm
that
just kidding.
far.
I'm kidding. Don't take anything I say literally.
I'll take it literally. I'll take it
No.
any way I want. I'll take it left, right, and center.
It's a good thing you don't work tomorrow.
I know. It is a good thing I don't work. So.
I was talking to my brother.
Oh, never mind. Another anime that I am really excited for, and I was wondering if they were ever going to release another season of it. And this anime is Overlord Season 4.
Oh yes, I can't wait till that comes out.
Oh, yeah. I love Overlord. And the lady who does the dub voice of Albedo, she's going to be at the expo this month.
Oh okay. So you're
Definitely
gonna go
getting
see
that.
Albedo.
Definitely going to get a picture and an autograph from the lady who does the voice of my favorite waifu from Overlord.
Oh god.
And I'm not gonna make it weird, Gary.
I didn't say anything.
You were thinking it.
Maybe. I can't say
Ha 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 ha! May you said maybe, so it might as well be a yes.
it might as well be a no.
It might as well be a yes. Yo, it's a yes. Don't you lie to me, Gary. Don't
Alright,
lie to
well,
me.
is there any other topics you want to talk about today
Well,
or
I'm not done with the anime yet, but you know me. One I would say this is one of my favorite animes by far, and that is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
dee, dee.
Part 6, Stone Ocean Part 2, coming fall of this year. Now, JoJo has been picked up by Netflix, so that is where you will be able to watch this new
I'm just
second half of Part 6. I'm looking forward to it. I liked Stone Ocean. I liked it. It was pretty good.
is it um I had just started to watch I think where they out of Egypt we meet uh
So you're on.
Moses Grand or
s- So
others.
you're on Stardust Crusaders.
I'm past Stardust Crusader. I'm past after they do Egypt and beat Dio
Okay.
Brando.
Okay. So you're on Josuke
Yeah,
Jotaro?
I don't remember.
I know his name is Josuke. I can't remember his last name. And I hope what I'm looking at is true too, because I just recently finished the third season of it, like a couple of months ago. Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
That one's a good
Season
one.
4. It
I
is.
I
It
think I
is.
watched like the first two seasons.
Well, there's a third season. You need to watch it. You haven't watched it yet. It's pretty good.
I think I have. I gotten like to the first. Uh, I know. Well, we're not gonna get into the anime, but I know there's two girls that one of them's in love with him and the other one's he loves them. So
Well, she kinda is starting to get feelings for him. It's getting there. It's getting there. Hmm. Okay, Netflix is coming out with a new series.
what's that?
It's Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
What?
Yeah, they're making a Cyberpunk series. And from what I'm looking at, it looks like it is going to be based off from the video game Cyberpunk 2077.
Huh? Is it gonna have Keanu Reeves in it?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
I mean, I don't think so, but you never know. Uh, I believe that is all I see here.
Okay.
Yep. That's all I see here. I mean, there's a bunch of them that are coming out this
Well,
year, and I can't get into all of it.
yeah.
But there's
We're
plenty that I can get into next time if we have the time to. I had to rush through, and I couldn't really talk about a lot of things. So,
on the next episode, which will be posted on the Patreon, uh, because this one's going to get more into the script reading. So this is more for our Patreon subscribers. But this episode is for all you YouTubers that somehow come across this video. I don't know how,
right.
I don't know when. You'll click on this video, you'll be like, Sounds of a Dolphin. Then you'll see Elden Ring. You just see sitting by a site of grace, listening to two uh, people talk about random ass bullshit. So and hopefully every Saturday, maybe midnight, maybe during the day, but it will be on a Saturday or beginning of Sunday.
Well, Gary, we're not doing this live, so what time we actually do this doesn't really matter.
Yeah, uh, it
You know,
doesn't.
it don't matter for them because it's not live.
No,
We're not doing this live. We're recording,
yeah, and we you are listening to this in the future. That's in the past. That's also in the future.
but also in the past,
Yes, exactly.
which will be in your present.
Yep. Podcasts. Oh, how should we end this? Uh,
Well, like my great grandfather always said to me, sometimes, well, son, I don't know how to say this, but don't you tell nobody I've been coming in here at night. That's right, sweep it under the carpet. We'll see you next time.
okay. All right. We'll just sweep this under the carpet. We'll
Yeah, sweep
sweeping it now.